Manchester United, champions of America. Yeah, well, no one really cares. Man United have beaten Real Madrid on penalties after the worst penalty shootout you're ever likely to see. I don't know what the score was. 2-1 at the end of it. David De Gea saved a couple, Real Madrid missed a couple. But the game itself, no one cares about the penalty shootout or the fact that Man United won. Let's talk about the performances. In the first half, Man United were very, very good. You know, Anthony Martial, that bit of magical footwork for Jesse Lingard's goal. That was the standout moment in the whole game. Second half, Man United completely dominated by a young Real Madrid team. And in the first half, our young Man United team, I say young, it wasn't too young, but young-ish, certainly got the best of Real Madrid when they had like a full-strength team without Ramos and Ronaldo. But let's talk about Anthony Martial. Basically, the pre-season is not about the results. It's about individual performances. It's about how the team is playing together. And what we saw tonight was Anthony Martial, the Anthony Martial that we all know and love from that first season. Somebody who's really confident and can pull a bit of magic out of the bag. And he did that. He twisted Carvajal inside out, twisted Real Madrid's defence, found I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he squeezed through that gap on that side, but he made it impossible for Jesse Lingard to miss, and he didn't put Man United 1-0 up. But Martial this season, it's a massive season for him, is it? We all know that. We all can 100% agree on that. And there's rumours of Inter Milan wanting to try and get Anthony Martial on loan as part of any deal that sees Ivan Perisic come to Old Trafford. That is not going to happen, Inter, and you've seen tonight exactly why. Anthony Martial is one of those players who can change the game completely. If he decides he wants to change the game, he has the ability and the talent to do it. We didn't see that completely last season under Mourinho. We saw that tonight against Real Madrid. A lot quieter in the second half, but every single other Manchester United player was quiet. First half, somebody else who I also felt was very good was Andreas Pereira. In a midfield three, alongside Marouane Fellaini and... who played there? Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba, Ander Herrera, Michael Carrick. Pereira played well. And this is up against the likes of Luka Modric, the likes of Kroos. He didn't get outplayed at all. You wouldn't have known that Pereira was the young one, that Pereira was the kid in that team. But it's fantastic to see him doing that. And I now can't wait to see what Pereira does next season. For me, I think Pereira is going to be getting plenty of game time. I think he absolutely deserves to. Do you think he will? Scott McTominay is another youngster who came on in the second half. He played okay. Didn't get dominated, but I think the likes of Timothy Fosu-Mensah playing at right back, he was fantastic. And that was up against Gareth Bale as well. Now, Fosu-Mensah is one player who I really want to see get some game time this season, because he has all the potential to be a fantastic player for Manchester United. But we're not going to realise that potential if he doesn't play any games. Whether that's going to be a right back or defensive midfield, I think he can be a fantastic defensive midfielder, but we'll see what happens and whether Jose Mourinho uses him much next season. Let's read a few of your comments out here. Actually, one person I've got to quickly talk about as well, Marouane Fellaini, you donkey. I'm not sure what Marouane Fellaini added at any point in that game. Hustled off the ball by Marcelo, spooned his chance when he was put clean through by McTominay. Not very good. And I'm not sure whether you should be concerned about how Victor Lindelof is getting on the pre-season tour, but he's not playing very well. He's had a slow start to his Man United career. I think that's safe to say. Tonight, really shocking tackle. Penalty, definitely penalty, when he went through on Casemiro. And this is a player who's known as the Iceman for being calm and composed and collected, and did not see that. And we haven't really seen that so far on tour. Completely giving him the benefit of the doubt. Not going to over-exaggerate or overhype any great performances or bad performances on tour, but Lindelof looks a bit shaky at the start. And I really want to see him alongside Eric Bailly. We still haven't seen that partnership yet. Not really sure why Jose Mourinho isn't using that partnership and seeing how they play together, but we haven't seen it so far. Phil Jones in the first half, he was fantastic. Chris Smalling in the second half, he was okay. Lindelof, not so good. in comparison to Eric Bailly, who was again just Eric Bailly. We already know him. We already love him. And that was Eric Bailly again tonight. Let's read through a few of your comments. Both teams missed 7 out of 10 penalties. That was an atrocious penalty shootout. David De Gea saved Real Madrid's first 2. He nearly saved the third one as well. That was good from De Gea. I don't know what you want to say. They were just poor penalties. Do we get a trophy or something? Probably do get a trophy, but who really cares? When our big players went on, it somehow got worse. You know that when we had Pogba come on, Herrera coming on, Mkhitaryan, Man United did have a lot less control of that game. And I think that's largely due to the fact that Real Madrid switched up the teams and their youngsters came on and played very, very well. Sam Pinson completely disagreeing with me here, saying that Fellaini played well, good tackles and good interceptions. That's my opinion, that's your opinion. I disagree with that completely, and I just feel that Fellaini just doesn't offer much to this team, especially if he ever starts in a central midfield position. Fellaini, if we need to use him, bring him on as a number 10, bring him on, play him in the final third of the pitch. Do not play Fellaini in central midfield. But that is it for the match reaction today. I'll be honest, it was a pretty boring game. First half was exciting in the fact that we saw Martial looking sharp, Pereira looking good, and Fosu Mensah as well. But overall, second half, all Real Madrid, they deserved the equaliser. We won on penalties with the worst penalty shootout ever. Now we've got one more game out in America. Barcelona on Thursday, 12:30 midnight kickoff in the UK. Then we've got Valerenga. Then we've got Sampdoria. Then we've got Real Madrid. Still lots of pre-season games to go as always. Subscribe down there if you are new, ladies and gents. We'll see you soon. Take it easy.